So you're considering moving to Iowa City area, but unsure on where you want to call home in the area? Well, in this video, we are going to go over the top 10 suburbs of Iowa City. Before we get to the list, I want to mention that each suburb is less than 30 minutes away from Iowa City. Number 10, Hills. This small town of around 900 people is approximately 8 miles south of Iowa City. Just east of Hills is the Iowa River that offers beautiful views. The average home value, according to Zillow.com, currently is approximately $222,000. Hills is home to Hills Elementary School, which scored a C+ grade from niche.com, but the high school, the residents of Hills use City High, which is in Iowa City. City High is a very high rated school of an A- grade from niche.com. The thing that has it last on this list is that it scored a 15 on bestplaces.net for crime, which was a bit higher than most on this list. And also the elementary school is lower graded than we would like to see. There also is not a ton of things to do in Hills unless you drive 8 miles into southern part of Iowa City. Overall, it is a very nice little town, but we had to start somewhere, and this is where Hills ended up. Number 9, West Branch, or the birthplace of the 31st President, Herbert Hoover. This small town is east of Iowa City, approximately 12 miles, and has a population of just over 2,300 residents. The average home value, according to Zillow, in West Branch is currently approximately $284,000. West Branch has its own schools, with West Branch High School getting a rating of B-, according to niche.com. West Branch is an older little town with lots of homes that are both newer and older. As far as real estate, you can find affordable homes and brand new builds. This makes it nice for both resale and bringing in more people. It was between Hills and West Branch for the bottom two, and a reason West Branch was in the running for number 10 is because it has one of the highest crime scores of 19.8 from bestplaces.net on this entire list. Number 8, Riverside is next up. Riverside is south of Iowa City, approximately 14 miles, and has a population of somewhere between 1,000 and 1,100 residents. The average home value, according to Zillow in Riverside, is currently approximately $316,000. Riverside has its own school district with the elementary school called Riverside Elementary, and the high school is Highland High School. Highland High School got a grade of B- from niche.com, but the crime is lower than the other two on this list at 12.3 according to bestplaces.net. Riverside is known for its casino on the east part of the Interstate 218, where the small town is on the west side of Interstate 218. It is a very clean little town, but if you aren't into casinos, then there is not a lot to do unless you make the drive up to Iowa City, a lot like Hills. This is a huge reason why you need to work with the top relocation team like us at the Living in Iowa team, as we know the areas in Iowa and especially Iowa City and can tell you details like a casino being the main attraction in Riverside. Give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email, as we would love to help you make that smooth move to Iowa City area. At number 7, we are going with West Liberty. West Liberty is 17 miles southeast of Iowa City and has a population of nearly 4,000 people, making it the biggest suburb so far, but it's still a smaller town in Iowa. The average home value, according to Zillow, in West Liberty is at a very affordable price of just $205,000 currently. West Liberty also has its own school district, with West Liberty High School getting a grade of B, according to niche.com. West Liberty doesn't have any bigger nationwide stores like Walmart, Target, Costco, etc., so for shopping, you will need to go to Iowa City, as well as for most things. West Liberty is a nice smaller town that crime rate is lower than the rest on this list so far, and that is one of the major factors in why it is at this spot on the list, with bestplaces.net scoring West Liberty at an awesome score of just 11.2. The lowest so far on this list. Now we are at a spot where I think the list takes a huge leap, in our opinion, of the best suburbs in Iowa City. 7 through 10 are nice, but the rest of the list to us is much nicer and absolutely incredible, honestly. At number 6, we got Swisher. man oh man is it getting good on the rest of the list when Swisher is at number 6. Swisher has a population of around 1,000 people and is served by the Cedar Rapids School District, and residents' kids attend the College Community School District, where Prairie High School serves the area and grades a B from niche.com. You may be asking, well, is it in Cedar Rapids? Why is it on this list? And that is because it is only a short 19 miles northwest of Iowa City and is between the two cities of Iowa City and Cedar Rapids. To us, it is a suburb of both, as Interstate 380 is real close to Swisher. The average home value, according to Zillow, of Swisher sits at a price of $253,000 currently. Swisher is so beautiful as well, with rolling hills and acreage opportunities throughout. The community is also very tight-knit and they take care of each other. Another huge plus is the crime in Swisher is by far the lowest yet and scores an impressive 8.6 according to bestplaces.net. To know how low that is, the US average on bestplaces.net scores a 22.7. Overall, it is hard to put it this low on the list, but we think it needs to be here. Number 5, Coralville. Again, it is unreal we are putting Coralville here. What a great city Iowa City is, with amazing suburbs. Coralville is the largest suburb on this list with a population of around 23,000 people. This suburb is north of Iowa City, and it really is hard to tell the cutoff point as it is connected to Iowa City. Most of Coralville is served by West High School, or part of Iowa City Community School District. A small but rapidly growing part of Coralville is served by Clear Creek Amana School District. West High School graded at a perfect, yes, you heard me right, a perfect score of A+ according to niche.com. I am telling you that these suburbs are amazing. Then if you are in the Clear Creek Amana High School area, that school grades at a B, which I honestly don't agree with. I think it should be much higher. Random fact is that Ashton Kutcher, the famous actor, grew up in the Iowa City area and went to Clear Creek Amana. In fact, when I was in high school, we played them in football, and they had the best jerseys in the state because of Ashton Kutcher, and he funded those jerseys. The average home value, according to Zillow, currently in Coralville, sits at a price of around $235,000. Leave a comment below on how crazy you think I am for putting Coralville at number 5. Last is crime in Coralville. Sits at a very good score for such a large suburb of just 14.7 according to bestplaces.net. Number 4, Solen. What an amazing town that is northeast of Iowa City, approximately 12 miles. This small town currently has a population of around 3,100 residents. Solen has its own school district, and the number 1 on this list also attends Solen. You got to stick around to hear about number 1. Solen High School scores a B+ grade from niche.com, and to me, that seems a little low. What do you guys think that know that area? Leave a comment. I personally think this smaller school is one of the best in the entire state. One thing I want to mention about Solen is it is so close to some of the prettiest landscape in the entire state, if you ask me. If you get near Lake McBride or Coralville Reservoir, just west of Solen, it seriously is quite amazing. The average home value, according to Zillow, currently sits around $406,000. The reason for it being this high is because it is absolutely gorgeous in this area, and it is a highly attractive area for families. Solen also is low in crime, as it scores the second lowest crime score yet at 12.2 according to bestplaces.net. I can't believe Solen sits at 4 on this list, honestly, as it easily could be number 1. But you may be curious more about Solen, and I did a video tour of a condo in Solen area. Check out that video linked above after you finish this video. Number 3, Tiffin. Tiffin is just northwest of Iowa City with the most rapidly growing population on this list that currently is home to approximately 5,300 residents. Tiffin and number 2 on this list are growing into each other, and they are both amazing. Tiffin is served by the Clear Creek Amana School District that, like mentioned before, got a grade of a B according to niche.com. In all honesty, I think they scored Solen High School and Clear Creek Amana School way too low. Both are known as great schools in the area. The average home value in Tiffin, according to Zillow, currently comes in at approximately $307,000. The amazing thing about Tiffin is the future plans for the city. Top Golf, an amazing IMAX theater, and many new commercial buildings made for restaurants are in construction and will be done very shortly. Plus, it has new housing as it is growing like crazy. Tiffin also is low in crime at a very impressive score of just 13.2 on bestplaces.net scale. Overall, it deserves a spot as it is a very exciting suburb that has amazing energy and is so close to Iowa City in number 2 on this list. Before we get to number 2 and number 1 on this list, I want to mention that there is a lot to know about these areas. And if we went further out, there are even more amazing places to consider. That is why you need to reach out to us to help you make that move to Iowa City area. We have tons of people reaching out and we absolutely love it. Now back to the list in number 2. It is hard to put anything above North Liberty for so many reasons. And to many watching this, you will disagree with it being anywhere but number 1. And I don't blame you. North Liberty is just north of Coralville and the cutoff line is not so obvious. North Liberty is the second biggest suburb of Iowa City with a population just north of 20,000 people. North Liberty is mostly served by Liberty High School with a very small portion that is rapidly growing, served by Clear Creek Amana High School. Liberty High School got a grade of a resounding A by niche.com. One of the many reasons it is so high on this list. The average home value, according to Zillow, currently in North Liberty sits around $286,000. North Liberty has one of the nicest Hy-Vees in the state, if you ask me. It is so clean, just like the city. When you drive into North Liberty, it has a great vibe to it, as most of the strip malls and buildings have either been refaced or are newer. North Liberty has an awesome location that's very convenient as well, as it is south of both Coralville Reservoir and Lake McBride for outdoorsy people, and sits between Cedar Rapids and Iowa City with extremely easy access to Interstate 380 connecting Cedar Rapids and Iowa City. North Liberty is a little higher in crime with a score of 19.3 according to bestplaces.net, and to be honest, that is shocking as I have never heard of anyone complaining of crime in North Liberty. Although it is high for this list, it is still well below the national average of 22.7. Overall, this suburb has it all, and it is growing. There isn't much not to like about North Liberty. Before we get to number 1, I want to do a quick recap of the suburbs already covered with number 10 Hills, number 9 West Branch, number 8 Riverside, 7 West Liberty, 6 Swisher, 5 Coralville, 4 Solen, 3 Tiffin, and 2 North Liberty. Number 1 in our favorite area or suburb by far is Shyville. Shyville is a small town of just 900 people and it's approximately 19 miles northwest of Iowa City. Shyville is mostly served by Solen High School with a very small portion served by Prairie High School that we have covered both earlier. Shyville has a really low crime score at 8.9 according to bestplaces.net, and it really does seem like a low crime area. The thing that sets Shyville apart from any other suburb, in our opinion, is the landscape. It is really second to none in Iowa. Shyville sits just north of part of the Coralville Reservoir with such beautiful rolling hills. Most of the housing in this area consists of acreages with the most expensive homes in the entire Cedar Rapids and Iowa City area, with many $1 million plus homes. In fact, one home in this area probably is the most expensive in the entire state of Iowa. I remember before I got my real estate license, I helped my brother-in-law do some plumbing work on a pool house to this home in Shyville. The pool alone was custom and was over $1 million for just the pool. The home is absolutely gorgeous and is towering with limestone on the outside. It has a separate garage that is the size of some homes in Iowa. Like I said, a pool house with a full-size outdoor basketball court, batting cages, and a full-size baseball field. It is really a sight to see. Now with all this that Shyville offers, it does come at a pretty steep price, and the average home value price according to Zillow for Shyville sits at over $465,000. Now, with all this said and done with Shyville, if you want peace and tranquility in Iowa, I really, really don't think any place in Iowa gets better than Shyville, Iowa.